All right, cool beans. So welcome everybody to the line tonight. Super excited to have the one and only Cayla Craft here to speak with you guys on money mindset. Many of you already adore Cayla, and some of you have no idea who this woman is other than she's been very inspirational to me. So I'm like so excited to bring her to you guys and expose you to just her brilliance. Just to give you a little bit of a background, Cayla, and I don't know if you know this or not, Cayla, but I absolutely fell in love with her when she was being interviewed by Carol Elizabeth maybe a year ago. That's where I found you, was on a podcast, and I was like, I love this girl. And I went straight to her podcast, Mommy Millionaire. So if you're not listening to it, put it in your podcast and download it today. Listen to your time block today. It was awesome. But fell in love with her immediately and knew that the mindset coaching that she provided literally on a day, like just the value add that she was giving me, listening to her, I was like instantly, I'm like, I need this woman in my life as my business coach to help me take myself and my business and my team to a whole nother level. And she has done more than that. She's got the hugest heart. And she's just an amazing human being, and you guys are going to get a little taste of that with her coaching. But as far as her background goes, why she's so amazing is, she came in as an ER nurse. Cayla, you have a ton of clinicians on the line today, lots of physicians and pharmacists. And she was an ER nurse, and she transitioned from that to becoming a six-figure and multiple six-figure and millionaire earner with a network marketing company, Isogenics, many of you on the line are familiar with. And she built up to that six-figure mark while still working full-time, juggling little kids, and then exploded her business. And from there has now busted into all types of coaching, and has multiple income streams, and is an incredible mindset coach, business coach, podcaster, you name it. And so I am just blessed to have her on the line tonight to bring value to you guys and just bless you with her knowledge and her value. So Cayla, we're just excited to have you. And real quick,
I'm excited to be here. Can you wake me up every day with that intro, please?
Well, you're amazing. And some of the people on the line actually went to your Mommy Millionaire Live. So I know that they've got they just adore you too. So real quickly, Cayla, who's on the line, you've got kind of a mixed bag. We've got a couple folks who are professionals who are still in the corporate rat race off of LinkedIn, who saw that you were doing this tonight, and they're very curious on how you've been so successful to break free of the 9-to-5 and be the multimillionaire that you are. We also have a lot of network marketers, specifically a lot within my network marketing company, but we also have some other network marketers from other network marketing companies that are on the line tonight. So you've got a mixed bag, and they're all dying to hear what you have to say. So I'm going to shut my mouth and just turn it over to you.
Oh, I don't ever want you to shut your mouth. I love when you teach and talk. So, well, thank you so much for having me on. I'm excited to be here with you guys. It's been like a couple months that I've been working with Melissa, and she is like, if any of you guys have gotten the chance to work with her, she is amazing and always just like living in a standard of excellence. So I'm just excited to be with your crew. So thank you for having me here tonight. So I wanted to talk to you guys about money mindset because she gave a little bit of like the glory story, but I'm going to tell you guys the backstory so you guys can basically like me. It's hard to hear all the good things. And you're like, gosh, it must have been easy for her. It wasn't. I was raised by a single mom, and I, grew up with a dad that was in and out of jail. And I saw my mom, declare bankruptcy when I was 8 years old. We lost everything. And that was the moment I made a decision that I was not going to financially struggle in my life. I didn't know how I was going to, not struggle. But at 10 years old, I started babysitting. I started making sugar scrubs when I was in junior high. I just became an entrepreneur at a very young age because I hated being told no, that we couldn't afford things. And when I was 23 years old and got started in network marketing, I found an amazing vehicle for myself to really learn while I earned money. And I learned the skills of entrepreneurship. And my first year in business, I made 6 figures, and it came time to pay taxes, and I had no money to pay the taxes. And I was like, okay, we got to figure this thing out. Like, I think I need to do some mindset work here because clearly I know how to make money, but I don't know how to keep it. And so that got me into the mindset work and the personal development about what it takes to really develop a wealth mindset. And ever since then, I've like made it my life's mission to help other women specifically never have to struggle, to learn that it's very easy to make money once you understand your relationship with it. And yeah, but it's not, it's been hard getting to this point, but I want to teach you how to make money in a very fun and enjoyable way, like I'm doing right now. Does that sound good? You guys could tell me over in the chat section if you want to hear that it's easy to make money. Say, it's easy to make money over in the comment section. Yay. All right. Yeah, I see Louisa. She was at Mommy Millionaire Live. Yay. Face looks familiar. That's awesome. Okay. So the first thing I realized when I was like, okay, I want to be a millionaire. How many of you guys want to be a millionaire? Just over in the comment section, tell me I am a millionaire. So that way I know. Even if you're not a millionaire, I just want you to type it. I want you to claim it right now. Christine says, I am. Sweet. Okay. Oh, yes. Now we're hearing from people. They're like, yes, I'm a millionaire. Okay. So at 23 years old, I said, I'm going to be a millionaire. And instead of focusing on the how, a lot of us, how many of you guys get stuck in the how? How am I going to do this? Just go over into the section and tell me, yes, I get stuck in the how. I was stuck in the how, oh my gosh, in the first couple of months, how am I going to do this? And then I decided to change my mind and turn it into certainty that I was already a millionaire. And in order to do that, I needed to learn some new beliefs. So right now, while you guys are on this call, I want you guys to grab out a notepad. Do any of you guys have a notepad with you? Yeah. Yay. I always have a notepad with me. And I want you to write out, as I say these words out loud, I want you to write out the first thing that comes to mind. Don't judge it. There is no wrong answer here. What we're doing is we're just trying to see what beliefs are getting you stuck right now, okay? So everybody ready? Lift up your pen if you're ready to start taking some notes, because I'm looking at all you beauties out there. Yay. Okay, so write down what comes to mind when I say the word money. What are your beliefs around money? What are your beliefs around bills? Bank account? Billionaire? Keep writing out all your beliefs. Just don't judge them. Just write them out on paper. Rich? And lastly, what are your thoughts around wealth? Everybody done? You guys could probably keep going all night, right? So the reason why I do this is because what we are aware of, we can transform. That is so important. Have you guys ever heard that before? That concept of what you are aware of, you can transform? Yes. Okay. So who wants to share? Who wants to be the brave soul to share what came up when I said money? Anybody want to unmute themselves and share?
Freedom.
Freedom. Yeah, I love that.
Student loans.
Okay.
Security.
Are you? What came up for you guys when I said bills?
Annoying.
Oh, who said that?
Melissa.
Where have you been on my trainings, girlfriend? Okay. Annoying. What else? Anybody else want to share?
Hate them.
Oh my gosh. Whoa. Okay.
Never ending.
Never ending.
Drowning.
What about bank account?
I put overflowing.
Ooh, there you go.
Revolving.
What else?
More control of it.
Ooh. What'd you guys write down when I said not bank account, billionaire?
Scary.
Oh.
Safe.
Happens.
Exciting.
Dreams.
Dream.
I
Lucky.
said I will be one.
Ooh, yes. What about when I said rich?
Awesome.
What about when I said wealth?
Smart. Great. Want.
Achievable.
Well, I love it. Thank you guys for playing along with us. So now I see where your guys' head is at. The majority of you guys, y'all want some money and you want to be rich, you want to be wealthy, you see it for yourself, but it rang loud and clear that none of you guys want to pay bills. It's not fun to pay bills. What the heck? Okay, so we're going to talk about that. Because I remember I was the girl that, because I was raised by, my mom that, was declaring bankruptcy, I remember seeing her put all the bills to the side. Like she just wouldn't open them. She would act like they weren't there. And so I found myself in my 20s making a lot of money, but I would still act like my bills weren't there. I just, I just had no concept of paying bills. I was going like, oh, I don't need to check my bank account. I don't need to check my bills. Somebody else will take care of that for me. So it's a really interesting concept that I learned that I'm going to teach you guys tonight that'll transform everything for you when you're paying bills. How many of you guys want to have fun paying bills? Yes? All right, we're going to talk about that. So what I do is really help all of you guys build a bridge to a new life. And what I mean by that is a lot of you guys are in a certain story right now. And I want you, how many of you guys saw the new movie Star Wars? Or did you guys see Dr. Dolittle? Maybe you saw Dr. Dolittle. You know how they're over on one side of this mountain and they need to get over to the other mountain. And there's a bridge that gets them there. Okay, we all know the concept of a bridge. Right now, you guys are on one mountain. And the mountain over here is like all the wants and desires that you can ever dream of. That's that billionaire lifestyle, the luxury lifestyle that you want, that safety net that you guys are looking for. And then over here is the mountain of your reality right now, which is there's not enough. If I have bills, I hate them. What else did you guys say? They're annoying. I'm drowning in them. There's more month than money over here on this mountain. And all we need to do to get over to this one is to build the bridge in between. And do you guys want to know what the bridge is to get you over to the other side? Anybody? Tell me over in the comments. I want to know what the bridge is. I like interaction, mindset. Okay. What else? I want to know what the bridge is. Does everybody want to know? Just wave. That'll be easier. You guys are on your phones, huh? That's why it's hard to type. Okay, I'll let you guys off the hook for this. So all it is asking yourself the question, who do I need to become in order to be over on this mountain? Okay? Who do I need to become in order to be over on this mountain? What do I need to take with me in order to get over to Success Mountain over here? So if one of you guys will unmute your line and just tell me what's over here on Success Mountain. What does that look like for one of you guys on the call tonight? I'm going to pick somebody. Who wants to go? I know some of you. Come
I'll go. I'm cooking, but I'll go. I don't care.
on. Yes.
Hi.
Christine, hi. What's over on Success Mountain for you?
Freedom, success. Well, success in its own too. Like you're able to do what you want to do. So I think it all ties into the freedom and giving back. I would say accomplished, role model.
What does it look like if you were to explain your actual day in your life over on Success
Yeah.
Mountain?
So I wake up when I want to, with no alarm. I am doing my meditation yoga without rushing the kids out the door, driving 2 hours in LA. I live in LA too, girlfriend. And doing what I really enjoy doing and being able to help people the way I've envisioned helping them, like doing more that I can, just giving back more, being more present, and just having more control and living my life by design.
Okay. So this is really important, Christine, and for everybody listening in right now, you need to be so crystal clear about exactly what it looks like over on Success Mountain. Okay. So she has these like vague concepts of what it looks like, right? Like, I want freedom. I want to wake up like with no alarm. I want to not be rushed. I just want to be living life and being excited. And the thing is that was missing from a lot of that is the feeling behind it. Okay. So how does she feel when she wakes up? How does she feel doing her work? How does she feel as a role model for people? Accomplished, right? Get into the feelings of what it feels like to have this, okay? And stick in that feeling as often as possible. That is how you get from this mountain over here, right? I like to call it poverty mountain, even though I know a lot of you guys are probably not living in poverty, but a lot of you guys think you are. You're not, okay? But from one extreme to the next, we want to get over here. The bridge is the feelings, actually. It's the feelings of how do I need to feel. And she wants to feel excited. She wants to feel free. Is it true that over here on this other mountain, she can feel free and she can feel excited, she can feel accomplished, and she can feel chill? Is that what you said, chill? Like she wants to not be rushed. Can she feel like that over here? Nod your head. Can she control those feelings that she feels? Yes? I don't see any nodding heads. There. There we go. Okay. So I want you guys to ask yourself this question. We're not going to be able to get through everybody right now, but ask yourself this question. Am I willing to experience more joy in my life? Yeah, I see somebody going, yeah. She's doing the washing the window dance. I love it. Am I willing to experience more joy in my life? And if the answer was yes, okay, where can I experience more joy in my life? Why do I want to experience more joy in my life? What can I do in order to experience more joy? And who can I experience more joy with? So most of us have it backwards when we're asking the how. I don't allow any how questions. I'm always saying why, what, when, who. Those are better questions, the W questions. I'm going to get better answers asking those types of questions. Then it gets me very specific, because if I can be into the feeling of joy and excitement over here, I'm going to be able to allow the process. Is walking over a bridge easy, you guys? Is it pretty easy? Because you got to walk over it, right? You don't need a lot of tools. You don't need much, okay? And so all you have to do is have that feeling of joy and walk over the stinking bridge, and you're there. And most people will underestimate what they can do in 10 years, but they'll overestimate what they can do in a year. I don't like to set deadlines, but if you can act like you're already on Success Mountain now. Just last night, me and my husband went out for date night, and we've been married for 12 years, almost 13 years. And we sit at dinner, and we do this every time we go out to eat, okay? We already act as if the things that we want to happen by the end of 2020 have already happened. So I sat down at the table. I go, oh my gosh, babe. I got my hot tea because I'm like an old lady. I have my hot tea there and he has a glass of wine. And I'm like, we have to cheers. We just had our first $450,000 month. How does it feel? And we cheers. And he's like, oh my gosh, it feels so good. And the whole night we're in this like play zone of like just excitement and like acting like, what does it feel like that we just had that happen? Like, oh my gosh, it feels so good. It feels so much joy. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And then guess what happened? This morning I woke up and I had 3 new clients. So that's what happens when you stay in that energy and joy. I didn't have to do anything. I didn't go live afterwards. I didn't do anything. What I was like was committing to the joy, committing to the feeling of what it feels like to have that month. Does that make sense, you guys? Yes? And I know everybody wants to have such a complex like strategy around how to make more money, but the main thing is you got to allow it in by having the right feelings behind it. Melissa, have you experienced that at all? Focusing on your mindset, focusing on enjoying?
It's been huge. It's been monumental. And I think my team's probably seen it even happen to me over the past 3 months that I've been working with you. And having that belief and shifting that mindset and seeing yourself in that next phase propels you forward. I mean, you've driven me to do things I had no idea that I knew. You know, it's the making that, it's like you said, it's making the decision, because you can spend months to years trying to decide whether to do it or not, or you can just take action and surprise yourself how quickly you can actually get it done when you just
right.
get. Yeah.
Right. Especially if you act like it was already done. Like, oh, this has already happened, right? For you, I already just had my $20,000 month. It's done.
Yeah.
Feels so good to make this happen. So moving on from that, I want you guys to really get clear on what Success Mountain looks like and what do I need to feel along the way. And I promise you what you need to feel is more joy. So it's just asking yourself the right questions, because what brings me joy might not be what brings you joy, right? So get very crystal clear on how can I experience that more throughout my day? What do I need to do? Who do I need to hang out with? All those things, okay? Second thing, bills. We got to talk about this. I wasn't planning on talking about this tonight, but we got to talk about it. So bills, it's an energy exchange. It's an energy exchange. Do you guys believe that money is energy? Just raise your hands. Okay. A couple of you guys believe money is energy. Okay. So, do you guys believe that you are energetic beings as a human being? Do you believe you're an energetic being? Okay. Yes. Because every cell in your body is made up of matter, and every piece of an atom inside of you has an energetic molecule attached to it or something like that. Whatever. Okay. I'm not the pharmacist, but it's energy. Okay. And I just know, how many of you guys can walk into a room with people that are really happy and excited about life, and you feel happy and excited about life all of a sudden? It rubs off on you, like, gosh, it's so contagious being around these people. If you've ever been to an Isogenics convention, it's kind of like that. You're like, I can't not smile. I'm just so happy, right? Or you walk into a board meeting at work with a bunch of people that hate their lives, hate their jobs. I remember being in the ER and I'm like, oh gosh, I can't wait to get out of this place. They're like, it's aging me by the second, right? Because people hated being there. And you could feel your energy just leaving your body being in those environments where people hate their life. Okay. How many of you guys have you ever been in a situation like that where you can literally feel your energy leaving? Okay. That's just like living proof that you know that energy is a real thing. Okay. So just like you have an energetic relationship with Melissa, what got you on this call tonight, right? Or you have an energetic relationship with your spouse or your best friend. Those are people that you spend time with, that you cultivate your relationship. Money is the same thing. Money is the same thing. How many of you guys have money dates? All right. Ooh, somebody kind of does. All right. She's like, I think so. And then she put her hand down. She's like, I don't know. So I'm going to explain to you guys what a money date is. I implemented this about 6 years ago into my life, and everything started to change here. This is when I started to not obsess over money. It's not making money an idol in my life, but what it's doing is it's respecting money and the relationship that I have with it. Because how many of you guys believe that money is important? We need money to live. True or false? True. You guys could say that in the comment section. We do. Okay. That's the reality that we live in. And I thought, well, I need to get in a good relationship with this. I need to talk to my money. I need to figure out where my money wants it to go. And I need to have lots of just good juju around this. Whenever I'm paying my bills, whenever I'm, doing things like and giving money away, I'm going to talk to my money. Okay. So on these money dates, what you do is you make them super fun. You can have like a date night. If you're married, you can have a date night and you can do a money date around it. And you make it like kind of like a ceremony where you have candles, you make it exciting, and you sit down and you look at your bank account and you thank the money in your bank account. And then you look at the bills, lay them all out, and you make it all pretty. And you say, I do no auto pay whatsoever. Okay. I don't believe in auto payments for bills because I want to truly touch every single one of those bills and bless it and thank that company for trusting me. So for example, it's time to pay the water bill. I'm going to look at that water company and I'm going to say, gosh, thank you so much for giving me and my family of 5 water for the last 30 days. You are so amazing. You trusted me that I would pay this bill on time because you provided a service for me. Thank you so much. And I sign the thing. I always put a smiley face in the notes section and I send it off. I stamp it, okay? And I do this with every single bill. I say it out loud. I say thank you, thank you, thank you. I also think about the people at those companies that work for those companies. And I think about their families, how it's paying for their bills. It's paying to keep their water going in their house, okay? It's paying to take their children to college. I mean, I make up all these stories in my mind about how the money is circulating and helping people live a better life. Just the other day, I rent my house. I'm in Orange County, and my rent is about $13,500 a month. The landlord comes to the door. He comes and picks up the check, and I write it out, $13,500. And as I'm writing it, this landlord has been very difficult, by the way. Okay. So it's like a whole juju I have to get in to write this check to him. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so thankful because he made this beautiful home. He decorated it. He had the best architecture. And, truly it's a luxury home. And I am so blessed. I can't believe I get to live in this place. I'm so thankful he allowed me and my family of 5 to live in here. And as I hand him the check, I ask him how his kids are doing. And he said they're doing great. They're all older. And I handed him the check, and I literally had this visualization that this money is already on its way back to me because one of his kids is going to eventually buy a Mommy Millionaire product or rent a property from me. Like, I just know it's happening. And so I put that out like in my mind, and I told him, thank you so much, gave him the check. And I said, gosh, there's so much more money where that came from as I give him the check. And this is the energy. Do you understand how the energy will change everything for you when you start to treat it with respect and love? And you already say, hey, I'm giving you to this because I promised this person. They gave me a gift and I'm exchanging my money for their gift, right? So in that instance, the house was the gift. The water was a gift. When I paid my coach, I'm exchanging my money with her for her gift. Just like when somebody invests in you to work with you, maybe if you're still in corporate America, but every time you get that paycheck, somebody, did something in order for you to get paid. You had to do something in order to get paid. You had to show up on time for work, right? There was a lot of things, moving parts and going into that. So anytime you see money, you want to bless it. I see a penny on the floor. I'm picking it up. I'm saying, oh my gosh, I'm a money magnet. I'm a money magnet. My kids do the same thing, you guys. They were trying to do it in the fountain at South Coast Plaza. I was like, no, you can't do that. Like, you can't actually dig in a fountain. If it's on the concrete, you can pick it up and say that, but don't go diving into the fountains over here. It's that, do you see how this is like an exciting energy around money instead of like, oh God, it's so annoying. I wish things were free. Oh my gosh. You see, that's like draining and disempowering. We want everything around money to be empowering because don't you guys want to make money? Yes. Do people have to invest their money in some way, shape, or form in order for you to make money? Yeah, because you're going to be exchanging your gifts in order to receive the money. Yes, yes? Okay. So what I want to do next is I want to challenge all of you guys to really get really freaking crystal clear about what your beliefs are around money. from like when you were a child, okay? And I want you to reframe all of the things that are no longer serving you. So I do this on a quarterly basis where I always check in with my beliefs. What do I think about money? What do I think about money? And sometimes negative stuff will come up. Well, I think like I have to work really hard to make money. You know, that came up for me in December. I have to work really hard to make money. And I was like, whoa, that is not serving me because like, you know, I have 3 kids and I don't want to work that hard. I don't. I want to work the least amount I've ever worked, and I want to make the most amount of money I've ever made in 2020. And that became a new belief for me. So I reframed it. And January is working out for me great so far, you guys, because now I'm energetically aligned with the new version of Cayla. Okay. So I want you to really get in a reality check. Okay. Because you could maybe say, oh, I love money and money's great and money's positive, but is that what you really think? Or are you just regurgitating some affirmation video you heard on YouTube, right? Like, really, what do you believe? And don't judge it. Say, okay, that's okay that I believe that right now. But what is a thought that can serve me and my goals better? Does this make sense, you guys? Okay. So I would love to take the time right now to work with one individual on the call and help them have a breakthrough in their business and in their money mindset. Does anybody want to do that with me?
I'll do it.
Oh, okay.
Ava.
Melissa, can you make her a spotlight video so I can see her?
Make a spotlight video. I don't know how to do that.
There we go. No, I think you just, well, okay. If you click on her photo or her video,
Okay.
and then just push spotlight video. See it?
I double clicked on it, but I don't know how to make it a spotlight video. I see unpinned video. I don't see it.
Huh.
Well, I don't look that good tonight anyway, so you're not missing anything.
No. Okay. So it's fine if she's talking, she's up there.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's fine. So you can't talk, Melissa, so it stays on her. Okay. So how do you say your name? Is it Miyava?
My Ava. Very possessive. My
I love
Ava.
it. My Ava. Okay. I love it. So where are you from, my Ava?
From Philadelphia, but I live right outside of Philadelphia now.
Awesome. And what do you do?
I am as a clinician, a respiratory therapist, but I am working as a professor, a college professor.
Awesome. And what brought you on the call tonight?
I have shifted my mindset and I'm I'm learning how to work with this new mindset to get where I need to go.
Where is it that you want to go?
I want time freedom to enjoy the things in life that I desire. I want the ability to be able to help the people that I desire to help without it being a burden to my financial resources. And I want the ability to be able to help people without having to worry about working for other people and being tired or worn down from putting my energy out there for someone else's business.
Okay, so do you have kids?
Yes, I do.
How
I have
old
a
are
20, and 22.
Are you married?
I am.
How long have you been married?
It'll be 24 years in April.
Oh my gosh, congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Does he work?
Yes, he does.
What does he do?
He is a lieutenant in the Pennsylvania State Police.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. You have to give him a hug from all of us and tell him thank you.
Will do.
So what I'm hearing from you is you work for other people right now, though. I mean, right?
I
So you're a
do.
professor. So do you have a side hustle going on?
I am with Isogenics, and I have started a social media etiquette business with my son.
Okay. How much money are you making with Isogenics?
I am cycling between 1 and 2 cycles a week.
Okay, so that's like $400 a month on a good month.
Yeah.
Okay. And how much are you making in your social media etiquette business?
That is just up and running, and I just got the approval for a nonprofit. So I had last year we started, and we kind of did it testing the waters, and so I haven't made anything with it yet, but I did pitch it to the Attorney General's office, and they wanted to partner with us. So what we did
The
is we
social
went to
media etiquette business?
yeah, well, it's a long story. The short of it is my son had learning disabilities, and he had learning support throughout school. And when he graduated high school, my husband asked him, "What do you wish you had in school that you didn't have that could help other kids today?" And he said, "I wish someone would have taught me how to be appropriate on social media, because they teach us how not to be bullied, or how to navigate life in person, but no one taught him in school." And he was bullied online. And so, but what he had was my husband, his friends, and a support system to help him through it. But a lot of kids don't have that. And when they presented it to me, and as the educator, I had to see how that could fit with education. And I found out that the need was a lot of kids have social and emotional learning issues. So I developed a app that will teach kids how to be appropriate. And was through schools, but I needed something to get to that platform sooner. So then we decided we would go out. We went to summer camps last year and was teaching it to the campers. And what I learned, and it broke my heart, one of the smallest pieces we did, was a snippet on suicide. And these kids were only 9 to 13. And at the end, when they had we did the survey, what I got back was, "Thank you so much for listening. You made me feel safe." And I never knew how much kids needed to hear. But the one thing that broke my heart that they all wanted more of was to learn about suicide. And that floored me.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Well,
They were
this is
only 9 to 13.
that's insane. And well, I'm so proud of you for the work you're doing. Um, so
Thank you.
so when it comes to making money, isogenics is more of a long-term play, right? And the social media etiquette, I mean, do you see like that going into a full-time thing?
Um, I see it being eventually. I see it being big. We have the two platforms. I have the for-profit that's for schools. That's what I initially uh, did it with, which is the app. And the app basically is for kids with learning, um, who needs learning support, because the other kids have all these different
Yeah.
platforms. And the premise behind this platform was that the teachers would be able to post a question and help guide them through it. And then it will be like police if something was appropriate or not before it actually went live. And if it hurt someone, then they would use it as a teachable moment. And in there was lessons on social and emotional learning to help them grow as well. So it was a twofold thing. And
Okay.
the
So,
problem with it, or the challenge, not a problem. The challenge is getting before schools and having them see the need. So
well,
the
so you
other
know how you're
piece
going
of
to
it
see
was
the need
where
is
we
that
came.
you got to start getting in schools by doing some speaking. Have you ever
Hmm.
done any public speaking?
And that's where I am now. That's the nonprofit piece. Yes,
Yeah.
that's
But
why we developed the nonprofit piece.
okay, is to get out and be a speaker, and then you can sell the app from there, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So because you're a professor, like, and you know, you're a respiratory therapist, you have public speaking experience, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So have you developed your talks on this really well?
Not yet. No.
Okay. How much are you, I mean, how much could you potentially make, from each app download?
We're still investigating that piece.
Okay. Is it available right now on the Apple Store?
No, what it is what I have it. I have it developed with a third party. My husband and I. We need an app designer or someone willing to
Okay.
do it, to take it out to. Cause I have the basics, but it needs some work.
Okay. Okay. So you need to make some cash in order to get some help, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. So is it true that you could go out and kind of work with families of that have children that have learning disabilities and be like a coach for them
yes,
privately? Have you ever done that?
no.
Okay. Does that sound interesting to you?
It does, however, with my limited time right now, this is why I really need to focus and develop isogenics to free me up from these other jobs so I can go out and ultimately do what I feel
Okay.
I
How
was
much money
called
do
to
you need to
do.
make in isogenics?
To replace my other
Yes.
income, I need a six-figure. I need to replace my income. I need about 150,000.
Okay. So is that like 15,000 a month? No. 20,000 a month?
That would be great, but I don't.
Okay. Um,
That's more than actually 20.
I can't do math
Let me
like
see.
off the cuff.
No,
To have the calculator.
14, 13 to 14,000 would be more than because if you think 10,000 a month for 12 months is 120.
Okay. Okay. So here's what I think you should do. Okay.
Okay.
Is because I love that you're already catching yourself saying things. So I could tell you're actively working on your mindset, which is amazing. But it's going to be new because you're going to move from an employee mindset to an entrepreneur mindset, which is the
Right.
hardest thing for most people to do. So
Right.
you really have to investigate and see um, your new, what I like to call an alter ego. So this is Maeva as an entrepreneur. Who does she look like? What does she wear? How does she show up in this world? How does she speak in public? How does she present herself in networking events? Like, it's completely different than right now, Maeva the employee. Okay.
Right.
So I want you to paint a picture of who she is and
Hmm.
even name her something different. Okay. So
Okay.
you can really focus on stepping into her when it's time to do this work. So when you're going to build your isogenics business, when you're going to go build this new thing I'm going to tell you to do. So because you have this social media etiquette, it's great. Like you have the bones and you have a lot of stuff to teach people. What does it look like if you were, and you don't have a lot of time, right?
Yes.
What does it look like if you were to teach a master class or a 12-week group coaching course for the parents of children with learning disabilities?
You hit what I've already been asked to do something like that. And again, this is where I went and I just actually got the nonprofit in the mail yesterday that it was approved because
But you don't want this to be
we,
part of the nonprofit.
no,
Yeah.
okay, but I just did that just to get out there and into the public
Yeah, to
spaces.
get your
And
name out
then,
there and stuff. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Okay. So, let's see. If you were, let's just say you were to price your stuff at $497, knowing what you knew now, like imagine when your son was, let's say 10 years old. Okay. Would you
hmm,
have had an extra $500 to spend and invest for you to learn how to better teach him all those things, like with social media, if that was a thing back then?
at that time I would not have had the money.
Okay. Would you have
At
been,
that
would you have been
time,
able to put it on a credit card?
yes,
Okay. So most families could put $497 on a credit card.
yes,
Okay. So let's just do the math here really quick. Okay.
okay,
This takes 1 hour extra from you a week. Okay.
okay,
So 497, let's just do the math. I'm going to do 12,000. Okay, so that's 25 people. If you could get 25 people into this 12-week group coaching course, you've made
Mhm.
$12,000. Okay. Do you know 25
Mhm.
families that need help with that?
I could definitely
I
get it
mean,
from the
yeah, you're
township.
thinking worldwide here, right? It doesn't even
Mhm.
have to be in your
Oh
town.
yes, 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 yes.
hmm
Mhm.
Right? Okay. So
Yeah.
that's where I want you to just think real outside of the box, because I'm going to be super real with you. And
Okay.
I'm sure Melissa will be too. You're not going to make 6 figures tomorrow in isogenics, right? Like that's not going to happen tomorrow.
Right.
You got to keep doing, that's just
Right.
the long-term game. We're going to stay consistent doing that stuff and
Yeah.
allowing those people to come in your life, because they're coming. But you're a very resourceful mama and you can make this work now for
Okay.
yourself. So that's what I would do, is go all in on that. Once you get some testimonials and everything, you can just flip this thing like butter, like just keep going. Okay. It's just going to get better and better. So create a type form. Okay. So all of you guys that are looking to get into anything like this, type form is a great way to create an application process. So it helps you weed through the people that are really serious about working with you. Okay. And you just need to ask them questions about, like, what do you feel like is the biggest struggle when it comes to, you know, your children and their social media presence? What is your biggest fear as a parent? What are some things, like, I think you should focus all in on that type of thing. Okay. Think about all the things that you need to know in order to create really great content inside of this course for them. And you can teach it all live to them.
Okay.
Okay. You want to know what their income is, like, what are they making? Are they on a scale of 1 to 10? How comfortable are you investing in your growth as a family? Ask that question on the application. And then you can hop on a phone call and just find out, like, okay, after 12 weeks, figure out what is the promise that you can promise to them in 12 weeks.
Okay.
What can they feel differently about? Does this make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay. And so the first thing I want you to focus on, just to recap for everybody watching and for you, Maeva, is I want you to really hone in on who the entrepreneur Maeva is, okay? And everybody watching, you guys can do this too, right? Hone in on that alter ego, because she shows up and she thinks so differently than employee. She just does, okay? And so you got to see her, you got to feel her all the time. And I want you to spend about 25 to 30 minutes a day seeing her in your mind, visualizing that person, the entrepreneur, the one that's speaking on stages, the one that's coaching families to have their best life. Even though their kids have learning disabilities, that's not going to stop them from living their best life, right?
Yes.
Okay. And so you got to envision you got to see it before it becomes real. You have to act like it's already happened, and then
I
it
see
happens.
it.
Yeah.
I see it.
So it's that, like, feeling, and then go out and reach out to people, right? Go out and talk to people. I want you to make a list of 200 people. I want you to think about these 200 people as your launch team. Okay. These are the people that will help give you recommendations, or they'll give you referrals, or maybe these are the people that will hire you right away. Okay. So 200 people. And I want you to reach out to them and tell them what you're doing. Hey, in the next year, I want to transition my way out of being a professor. I want to focus full time on being an entrepreneur. And I wanted to share with you some of the things I'm working on and see if it's a good fit for you, or, anybody that you may know, because I'm just all about impacting more people. In the meantime, how can I help you? Ask them these things. 200 people. Out of 200 people, you probably get some referrals, probably get at least 25 people, and maybe you only get 10, and that's still a win, right? If you got 10 out of those people. Because all you need is one group to go through your program and have massive results, for you to build that confidence up in yourself to then launch it again and again and again, and to start replacing your income. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I want you to do. And then the third thing I want you to do is I want you to write yourself a check for 13,000, because that's what you first said. I want you to write yourself for a check for 13,000. And today's February 6th. I want you to date it for May 1st, because I think it might take you some time to get all this stuff going. But I want you to date it and put it in the notes section, from course, or whatever you're going to call your course. I want that to be in the notes section. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Was this helpful?
Oh my gosh, it was, because some of what you said I already see, and I didn't know in what capacity, because I see myself on stage, I see myself talking to people, and I know that the struggles that I've had with my children, my son with his, and my daughter with her health challenges, has been for the greater good of other people and their children. I had to go through what I went through to have the passion and the desire to help people with to get with what they need to go through. And it's too long to go into now, but I definitely believe that, and I've seen myself, and I see myself with my eyes closed. I see my
Yes.
children with their eyes closed all the time. And when things don't look like it's supposed to look, I close my eyes because I don't accept what I see in front of me.
That's right.
So I do understand a lot of what you're saying, but what you have done is given me a vehicle to make it happen sooner, because I can see it. I can see it.
Yay! Look at
I
that
can feel it.
smile.
I do. And
Yay!
my son is hearing me, and he came over to
Woohoo!
to say hi.
Yay!
But oh no, you gave me another mission, a different
Yay!
direction. Mhm.
Yay! Well, we're all cheering you on. Everybody's saying, "Yay! You're amazing."
Mhm.
So
Thank
thank
you.
you so much for doing that and being vulnerable with everybody and being
Thank
honest.
you.
That was
Thank
awesome.
you. Thank you. Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, that was so good, you guys. So to recap, that was like what, 20 minutes of just trying to help her figure out how she could create some cash flow. Because that was really what she was saying in the beginning, was like, hey, I want this app, but I don't have any cash to like make it work. Okay, let's create some cash. There's always a way. That's why human beings are around today. That's why we survived all the other species that are extinct, is because human beings are very, very resourceful. We always figure out a way to get what we want. And remember that anytime you're feeling lack or scarcity, I want you to know that that is not you. That is not you. Take a step back and realize how far you've come. Okay, realize how far you've come, and that you're just on over here on a mountain, and you're so close to Success Mountain. Remember, it's just that bridge you got to walk across, and you ask yourself the question, am I willing to experience more joy in my life? And if the answer is yes, everything can change for you in such a short amount of time. So I can't wait to see what happens for Maeva. I've loved watching Melissa in just a couple of months create a whole nother income stream for her family and have it take off. So it's really true, like what can happen when you just decide, I'm going to have so much fun building a life of my dreams. I'm going to allow all of this prosperity to come my way, because it's coming. It's coming, as long as you just stop resisting it. So the last thing I'm going to leave you guys with tonight is a declaration that really changed my life. And I want all of you guys to grab out a pen again. Hopefully you guys all have your pen still in your notepad, and you guys are going to write this declaration down. And I want everybody to commit to doing this, saying this out loud every single day for, well, I guess it's like the next 60 days, basically. Okay. So everybody ready? Show me your pens if you're ready. Okay. By the first day of April, I will have in my possession and I want you to fill in the amount that really feels like not you. It feels so uncomfortable to put this down. Everybody's number is going to be different. But whatever number you have down right now, I want you just to double it. So if you put $10,000, I want you just to put $20,000. Double it. Because all of you guys probably underestimated yourself. After you have your amount down, which will come to me in various amounts, in the previous months, period. In return for this money, I will give the most efficient service of which I am capable, comma. Rendering the fullest possible quantity rendering the fullest possible quantity, comma, and the best possible quality of service in the capacity of, and the best possible quality of service in the capacity of, and this is where I want you to fill in whatever it is that you're doing, okay? So if you're an isogenics coach, if you're, a pharmacist looking to create a side hustle, whatever that's going to look like, whatever your side hustle is, that's what you want to put in here, okay? So for me, mine says the best quality of service and the capacity of a success coach using, and this is where you're going to put in the model. So for Maeva, she would put in using a group coaching course, okay? Mine says using a monthly membership and academy sales. So you guys choose whatever you're going to do. Maybe yours is going to be coaching. Maybe it's going to be consulting. It's going to be public speaking, whatever it is, put that right there, okay? Look, I love all of you guys focused over here. Okay. I believe that I will have this money in my possession, period. I believe that I will have this money in my possession, period. My faith is so strong that I can now see this money before my eyes. My faith is so strong that I can now see this money before my eyes, period. I can touch it with my hands, period. It is now awaiting transfer to me at the time and in the proportion that I deliver the service It is now awaiting transfer to me at the time and in the proportion that I deliver the service I intend to render in return for it. It is now awaiting transfer to me at the time and in the proportion that I deliver the service I intend to render in return for it, period. I am awaiting a plan by which to accumulate this money. I am awaiting a plan by which to accumulate this money, and I will follow that plan when it is received. I am awaiting a plan by which to accumulate this money, and I will follow that plan when it is received. Do you guys have that down? Yay!
Yes.
Okay, so this is something I want you to say out loud every single day for the next 60 days, okay? I want you just to speak this into your life. It's like it's already happened. And somebody had the question of, is this per month? This is just how much from this moment right now until April 1st, how much you've accumulated, okay? How much money has come into your life, the flow. Okay, so it could be $5,000. It doesn't matter what it is. But whatever your first thing was, I want you to double it. That's huge. You got to think bigger. Think bigger. Stretch yourself more. Be open. Realize you're a money magnet. Thinking the thoughts, feeling all the feelings that that person that has that money in her account is feeling and thinking. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing. If the dream or the desire is in your heart to have that for freedom, like, Christine was saying earlier, she wants freedom. She wants to be able to do what she wants to do. Okay. That's her realizing and coming closer to who she is at a cellular level. She's just realizing her dreams. That is not true for everybody. Not everybody wants that. Honestly, not everybody wants that. She wants that. That's her becoming into her authentic self. That's truth. That's her truth. And so if she can be in that feeling more and more often, she's going to see it quicker. I had so much fun with you guys tonight. If you guys could take anything away from this, it would be that your feelings will get you there faster than your strategy will. Okay? Your feelings will get you there faster than your strategy will. I truly believe the reason why, when I first created Mommy Millionaire, we were able to make 7 figures in less than 12 months. And with 0 paid ads. And I truly believe that the reason why was because I was certain in the beginning that it was already $1 million brand. And you couldn't tell me otherwise. People thought I was crazy doing this. Why would you leave network marketing and focus on this thing? You already have it so good. Like, oh, because it can be better. That's why. And it already is better. And it happened so much quicker. And you got to have that certainty and that belief, that faith in yourself, that you are becoming that person that accumulated that gets to have that life. Okay. So I had so much fun with you guys tonight. Melissa, thank you so much for having me on the call. Does anybody have any questions before I let you go?
Everybody's
No,
good.
thank you.
So thank you so much, Cayla. You guys just got a little taste of her amazingness. Is her coaching and her mindset work not phenomenal? I love you and I adore you, Cayla. And a number of the girls here on the line tonight are in your Millionaire Society. But if you guys are looking to follow Cayla, you can catch her in her podcast, Mommy Millionaire. Her time blocking one I just listened to yesterday. It's phenomenal. She has her Mommy Millionaire Facebook page community, but then she also has her private community that Christine and I are both in, which is the Millionaire Society, which is a lot of fun. She does a lot of live coaching like this in there. But anyway, Cayla, we love you and adore you. Thank you so much for your taking time out of your evening today. And just thank you. We'll see you on the back end and in your podcast and in Mommy Millionaire and all the other fun places that we can follow you.
Thank you. Hey, Melissa, what I was going to tell you, I forgot to tell you, because the Millionaire Society isn't open all the time, but we opened it up tonight for this call. So if anybody wants to hop on using Melissa's link, you have a link, right, for everybody. And whoever jumps on in the next 24 hours inside of that society will get a free affirmation MP3 from us. So you guys will be able to download it to your phone, and you guys can listen to an hour-long affirmation from me. And it's all about, just having more abundance in your life. So that's a little bonus if you guys decide you want to join the society.
Yeah.
This day.
Awesome.
Yay!
Thank you, Cayla.
Thanks, you
Thank
guys.
you. All right, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.